Hattiesburg! I'm your host, Emily Blue, here to bring you the latest stories as well as weather updates and all things Southern Miss sports. And we do have a special guest today. Joining me will be Reverend Eric Davis from the Wesley Foundation, so be sure to stick around and hear what he has to say. The segment today is very jam-packed, so let's jump right in. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Are you in a hurry? Well, I am. But as a paralyzed veteran, I had to overcome incredible challenges just to regain my independence and return to work. Finding a parking space shouldn't be one of them. Illegally parking in spaces reserved for people with disabilities is not only wrong, it's against the law. So please, think twice before pulling into a reserved parking spot. Even if it's just for a minute, it's 60 seconds too long. This has been a public service announcement from United Spinal Association.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Tuesday. In USM campus news, the University of Southern Mississippi Band Program kicks off the Mississippi Musicians Month with a series of free concerts in the Bennett Auditorium on the Hattiesburg campus, March 4th through 7th. The first performance will feature the university's premier band, the Wind Ensemble. The performance will be on March 4th at 8 p.m. Legendary USM baseball coach Scott Berry was honored with presentation of the Senate Resolution 6 by the Mississippi Senate last Thursday, February 22nd. This was following his retirement at age 60 in the 14 seasons he coached for the baseball program. Coach Berry led the Golden Eagles to incredible levels of success as the team was moved to the SBC Conference, otherwise known as the Sun Belt Conference. Under his guidance, Southern Miss has captured 5 Conference USA regular season titles, registered 4 league tournament crowns, obtained 8 NCAA tournament appearances. All of these achievements got him the Coach of the Year 4 times. Dr. Fania Davis will be the guest speaker for the 30th annual Armstrong Branch Lecture at the USM Hattiesburg campus. The event is sponsored by the USM Dean of Students Office. The event is March 5th at 7 p.m., held in the Joe Paul Student Theater. The event is free and all are invited. Parking will be available in the Thad Cochran Center parking lot. Meanwhile, in Hattiesburg news, the days of warm and sunny weather are expected to stay for a while here in Hattiesburg. It has been drier here as of lately, and unfortunately that is expected to change as the weather is getting warmer. Next Monday it's supposed to reach 80 degrees, and today it's quite warm as well. And of course, all good things do come to the end, as rain is expected to show up next Wednesday. And with rain comes cooler weather, so I will personally be ignoring that and just expect it to be sunny from here on out. In Mississippi news, 2 National Guardsmen were killed Friday in a military helicopter crash. The crash is currently under investigation. The helicopter crashed during a routine training flight around 2 p.m. Friday afternoon. The crash was located near Boonville, Mississippi. Please pray for the Mississippi National Guard over their loss as well as the victims' families. In other news, the USM Intramurals event, the next one, is laser tag. Sign-up closes in soon, and the season is February 29th through March 1st. Sign up on imleagues.com using your school email. On Wednesday, February 28th, it is National Pancake Day. The Fresh will honor such an important holiday by having pancakes at breakfast. Trivia night will be held at the Southern Wing Company on Thursday, February 29th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. For those destined to win, the theme for Trivia night is movies. That is it for the news segment on Southern Miss Today. Next, we will have the latest in the Golden Eagles sports and the weather. We will be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Sponsorship comes from American Graphics.
Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back, everyone. Diving into the Eagle Sports segment. Southern Mississippi baseball takes a 5-4 win over Missouri State Sunday afternoon at Pete Taylor Park. The men's golf competed their Dorado Beach Collegiate, which took place in Puerto Rico. They took 12th place with a score of 286. Southern Miss men's basketball takes an 82-71 win over the Raging Cajuns Saturday night. Southern Miss beach volleyball split the Stetson Spring Fling on Saturday with a 5-0 loss to Stetson, but a 3-2 win over Mercer. The women's softball unfortunately was not able to take a win this past weekend in the Cocky Classic, losing to Belmont 3-5 and another loss to Samford from 0-16. For more information over Golden Eagle sports, go to southernmiss.com. As for the weather today, it is a high of 81 with a low of 62 with no rain in sight. It is around 76% humidity, so that is a bit unfortunate. Up next, we have the Mississippi Moments brought to you by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. Growing up in Benton County in the 1950s, Ernestine Scott had limited contact with white people. She recalls how her father would shield his children from visitors to their farm.
We were all black. Whenever people would come, my dad would always say, "You children go inside." And I think this is interesting because, white people have this concept about their women. But he always felt that white men, when they came there, that they might get interested in one of us, and then there would be a problem. And so he would just tell us, "Go inside." So we would always go. And he would always send the boys away, too. So it wasn't just us. You children, go inside. Around our house was a line of shrubbery. And so it was a clear delineation of this is a driveway here. So when you come here, you stay in this area. Whenever he'd see someone drive up, he'd always come out of the house. He would stop them there and he would visit with them sitting in their truck and him standing there at the gate. And then he would come back into the house and they would drive away.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was the Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up after a word from our sponsors, we will have the pleasure of hearing from Reverend Eric Davis about the Wesley Foundation.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Calling all families.
Calling all children. And kids of all ages.
Are you looking for a variety of music the whole family can listen to?
Yeah!
Then look no further. We have traditional songs, international tunes, and fresh new beats.
Join us every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
Right here on Southern Miss Radio
for the Hickory Dickory Dock Show. Catch you Saturday. Catch you then.
So now let's please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Reverend Eric Davis. Hey Eric, so nice having you here today.
Emily Blue, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me this afternoon.
So, can you just give us a little rundown? What is the Wesley Foundation?
The Wesley Foundation is a campus ministry here at Southern Miss, and a little history is that this is our 85th year of ministry here at Southern Miss, and we've been here for 83 years, and we're celebrating that this year, but overall we're here for the students and through Bible studies, worship, overall community building, friendships, all those fun things.
So for those who are interested, where is the Wesley Foundation located?
Well, a common thing that we love to say is that we're in the heart of campus with a heart for campus. So we're right over by the Asbury Nursing Building, right down the road on Montague Drive.
Alrighty, so for those who are now interested, how can they get involved?
Great question. You know, we have many things that students can get involved in, whether it's our big group which is Ignite Worship. So that's Tuesday night, 6:30. Come on in, have a good meal. You'll see us break down into our usual thing of getting ready for worship, hearing a good word, and overall being in community and having a little Wesley after hours. On Wednesdays, we have prayer and communion at 12:30. It's a great time to come in, take slow steps, and then just have a little prayer, a little communion, and center your week. And something that's new is Alpha. Alpha is on Wednesday night, 6:30. It's really for the big questions of life. And so it's a safe community to join. This is our second week. Come get plugged in, jump right on in. And then also Thursday nights is Spark, 7 p.m. It's for freshmen. It's our freshman community. Our sophomores oversee it. Freshmen, come jump in the community. When Thursdays at 7 p.m.
So, also on the website, outside of just those, there's another one called Kindle. Which one's that one?
So Kindle is for our upperclassmen. Those are happening throughout the week whenever those upperclassmen can say, hey, I can be here at this time, this location, this is my group. So they just happen sporadically. But there's one that happens on Sunday nights. We have a local volunteer that gathers ladies together, and they have a meal, and they enjoy that, and that's a really good encouragement. And then also there's another group for ladies on Thursdays, and that's with Amber, and it happens at 2:30 at the building. So Kindle is for our upperclassmen, a great place for them to be encouraged.
You've mentioned some of the small groups for women. Are there any options for men?
Yeah, so we got a God's group that meets on Mondays, and that's with John, one of our seniors, and it's a little group that meets on Mondays at about 2:30 as well.
So, what is the overall goal of the Wesley Foundation?
The overall goal is for the Wesley to be here as a consistent presence for students, whether it's a freshman or even a PhD student, whether it's a faculty or staff. We want to be essentially a lifeboat, a vessel for them through these turbulent years of college. We want to be a consistent presence and finding ourselves linking with them and providing just a lifeboat and a safe place to come, be in community, find themselves, and overall belong.
So, outside of just those weekly events that you've mentioned, are there some other events that happen sporadically that the Wesley Foundation hosts?
Yeah, I'm super excited about these upcoming ones. We got St. Patrick's Game Day. It's going to be March 18th at 6:30. So St. Patrick's Game Day, game night. Come join that. That's March 18th, 6:30. Following that,
And these are hosted at the Wesley?
That's going to be at the Wesley.
Okay.
So at our building, come on in. Doors are open. Jump on in. Make yourself at home is what we love to say. Now, this one's going to be at Spirit Park. It's worship night, March 26th, 6 p.m. We're basically just going to journey across campus, find ourselves at Spirit Park. We commonly do this every semester. Worship, play some outdoor games, have a meal, have a great time. So just come. If you see us out there, you hear the music, come and join us. And then also a fun little thing coming up, April 8th is Coffee and Conversations. And so this is our ladies panel. Amber's going to run this, and usually they're having an in-depth conversation that is geared for them. It's just a coffee, little conversation about an hour long, and it's April 8th.
So, do y'all partner with any of the other campus ministries on campus?
Yeah. So usually at the beginning of the year, we do a big block party, and we have those. And then also throughout the semester, campus ministries, we're all meeting together as ministers saying, hey, how can we serve this campus? And I think there's some things coming up here in the few weeks that are going to join us together in prayer. So I can't give too much information about that yet.
Secret.
Also, I forgot. I'm so sorry. It's April 16th. We got a lot going on. April 16th, we got senior night and a crawfish boil. So you might like crawfish. Come join us. There'll be plenty. And we had a great time last year. That's going to be April 16th, 6:30, senior night and crawfish boil.
So, how are those interested in either joining the ministry or even having questions about like the events that they've just heard about? Like, how are they able to reach you or reach the Wesley?
Look, our building is open. And so if they journey across campus, walk in and say, hey, how do I get plugged in? Somebody's going to be there to say, this is the journey to get involved in community. And what we love to say is just lean into community, break into community, and find yourself journeying with others. And so we have new students all the time walking in going, hey, I need a friend, I need a place to belong. And we're like, hey, we're right here. And so we'll do that and send out emails, text messages, all those fun things. So my biggest thing is just journey across campus. Come on in.
But do y'all have like a phone number, a social media handle that they can contact if they're not necessarily?
Oh my gosh, social media all day. So at USM_Wesley, Instagram, Facebook, the next thing, all those fun things. But yeah, that's
They can
social
definitely
media.
reach you through there. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
know some people are kind of concerned and scared with their faith and don't necessarily want to go face to face.
And that's the easiest place to get us is through social media. So yeah, at underscore, USM_Wesley. Yeah.
Awesome. So, what are some of the? I know you listed a bunch of events saying that you have a lot of turnout and a lot of popularity through them, but do y'all host a lot of annual events that are really, really popular? And if so, what are those?
So I think our like maybe popular event is that outdoor worship or like the crawfish boil coming up.
And you said that the worship was that one. The outdoor worship was semesterly.
Yeah.
So you do it both fall and spring
Fall and
semesters.
spring. Wildfire Week is also a big one for us. Every semester we'll do a week long, basically just gathering people almost every night, doing worship, meal, community gathering. So we just passed Wildfire Week. So look forward in the fall.
I think I saw some of the flyers for it from both the fall and the spring.
Yeah. Great time, great time. And different speakers each night.
Oh, that's fun. So I know that some people come from different denominations. So which denomination is the Wesley founded on? Since, some of the other campus organizations are Catholic or Baptist.
Yeah. So we find ourselves in the footsteps of the Methodist, and our posture though is that if you come to Wesley, you're going to see students from all different backgrounds. And so our big thing is our doors are open, find yourself belonging in community. So we might be from the footsteps of the Methodist, but overall we're here for every student.
So I know that you said that you're here for every student. Is the Wesley Foundation strictly for students, or is it open to the public?
Yeah, so we're really postured for the student community. So they might be at Cary, they might be at Jones, they might be at PRCC, they might be an online
But it's for
student.
college
Yeah,
age
college
students.
18 to 22, yeah.
Yes. So for these students who are struggling in college, balancing their faith in college and just all those worldly things that are just very, very time consuming, very anxiety ridden, what advice would you give to them as someone who's probably been through college and now is in the ministry?
My big thing is find somebody and find yourself journeying with that other person. And it might be something good like getting into a campus ministry. It might be something good of venturing into a church or finding a podcast that helps you, finding some music that helps you in those rhythms. Find someone else, though, that you can talk to and that you can speak with and share that life with. And this life is very difficult. There's a lot of things that are thrown at us. And college students, there's a lot of things coming at you at one time that other generations might not have had. And so my big thing is it might be 15 minutes that you just need to put a pause on social media, put a pause on X, Y, and Z, and just have a silence, have a still time, just slow down. And it might be reading a little scripture. It might just be simply saying, I'm going to take 15 minutes today and just pause and not worry about schoolwork, not worry about social media, not worry about all the things that are stressing me, and just be a centering time. But overall, I think if I could communicate one thing is find a community for you. Find your people. Find somebody that can journey with you and find a person.
So does the Wesley do service opportunities?
Yeah, we're headed out spring break to Delta Grace. It's a
Oh,
common
really?
thing. We love going to Delta Grace, serving that community.
Where is Delta Grace, for those who don't know?
Yes, Sunflower, Mississippi. It's about a 2-hour drive from here. We'll load up on the bus and go serve there for about 4 days and put some roofs on some houses. We also have a food pantry at the building. And so we have an indoor food pantry and an outdoor food pantry. So let's say you have an extra few items. You're like, I don't need these. You can come and bring them right on over, put them on the shelf. And that'll really help somebody out a lot.
That's very, very sweet. Does the Wesley Foundation, so y'all are a campus organization, is Wesley strictly Southern Miss, or is that all over nationwide?
Yeah, all over nationwide. And something that's new that's coming is we are going to be launching and relaunching the Jones College Wesley. And so that'll be coming on the horizon as well. But yeah, community college or university life.
And one last thing, just considering that y'all are a campus organization and then y'all do try to get students involved and everything, and considering that we are on a college campus, does the Wesley Foundation help students as more of a community that rather than just a ministry? Like, can students come in there and be like, look, I'm struggling with my faith and I'm struggling in my classes? Do y'all do any of those sort of things that help students with getting back on track and just faith in their life in general?
Oh yeah, I had a student come in one time and she said, "Hey, I'm dropping out of college. My family was in a car wreck. They got to buy a new car." And I said, "Hey, hold on. Before you drop out of college, just take a pause. Let's take a little breath. Let's breathe a little bit." And then we tried to resource and connect her with scholarships that could help her stay in school. And so she ended up graduating, finishing out. Another student came in needing a little help from the food pantry. We didn't know who she was. We didn't know the background story, but we were there for her. So overall, there are many things that are going to be stressing a student or an individual in life, and we just want to be there for them and be that lifeboat for them during that time in that season.
I know I said the last question, but
It's okay. Come
what
on.
are some of your, so as somebody you've been here for a while with Southern Miss Wesley, and I'm sure you've been through Wesley going through, but what are some of your favorite memories either from going through Wesley as a student or going through Wesley now as one of the leaders?
Several favorite memories. One of them in particular, if I can tell the student's story, we were doing outside worship at Southern Station last year, and he walked out of that and he heard his favorite worship song, and he said, "These are my people." And he journeyed over, and that was the right amount of hope that he needed during that time. And another special thing that we're actually doing tonight is testimony night. You asked, like, what's a big thing for Wesley? In our community, testimony night, we just say, "Hey, here's the mic. Share with us what's going on in your life, the highs, the lows." And that's a really special time. You really hear the in-depth of people.
Yes, and it makes sure like you might be struggling, but somebody else might be struggling as well. It kind of it's definitely been something that I remember doing testimony nights through campus, or doing ministry stuff through my church and through camps and such. I remember testimony night was a very
Huge.
eye-opening thing, and it definitely makes you realize you're not alone in it.
You're not alone. Yep.
You're never walking alone. So, well, thank you so much for coming here today and giving us a rundown on the USM Wesley
Emily, thank you for having me
Foundation.
here today.
Of course, and like he said, if you contact their social media or even just walk in on the Wesley campus or Wesley Foundation here on campus, they're more than welcome, more than happy to help any student who's interested. Well, coming up next on Southern Miss Today, we have a news wrap.
Hey Golden Eagles, my name is Kennedy Drake and I'm here with the Community Calendar, where we gather information from around campus and within the community near you in Hattiesburg. The theater department will be performing The Seagull, or How to Eat It by Gab Reisman on February 23rd at 7:30 p.m. in Gilbert F. Hartwig Theater. There are several other showtimes if you cannot attend this one. Visit the website on screen for more information. Prepare to groove to the beat of the City of Hattiesburg Big Band. Stop by on February 24th at Marsh Auditorium at 3 p.m. for an afternoon brimming with the rich, soulful melodies of jazz. Don't let the chance slip by to indulge in timeless classics and contemporary favorites delivered by a group of skilled musicians. Join the Noon Book Club on February 28th at 12 p.m. on the second floor of the Library of Hattiesburg. The club will discuss Remarkably Bright Creatures, a charming, witty, and compulsively readable exploration of friendship, reckoning, and hope. Copies of this month's book are available at the library circulation desk. New members are always welcomed and snacks will be provided. For any questions, email the group leader with the email provided on screen. An adult spelling bee will take place February 29th at 7 p.m. in Sajner Theater. This is the perfect event to learn new words to enhance vocabulary, witness excellent public speaking skills, and observe how spelling professionals thrive under pressure. Get your tickets at the website www.allevents.in. If you have an event you would like for us to promote, send it to sm2news@usm.edu. This is just one way we thank our community for watching Southern Miss TV and supporting us here at Southern Miss Student Media Center. Visit our website, sm2media.com, to keep up with all of our news. Signing out, I'm Kennedy Drake, and this has been your Community Calendar. Stay blessed.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for tuning into Southern Miss today here on Southern Miss Radio. Oh, a big thank you to the wonderful crew who keeps this program running. Our engineer, Darius McCrimmon, Alina Pitletsky, our live stream producer, Annalie Johnson, our producer, Oare Ade, the executive producer, the program director, Shania Williams, our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin, and me, your host, Emily Blue. That wraps it up for today. Remember, soar high to the sky, fly, eagle, fly.